that come from. Right. Let's read a little bit of Anno Domini.
Anno Domini, abbreviated as AD or A period D period, sometimes found in the form of Anno Domini and before Christ. Abbreviated as BC or B period C period, as designations used to label or number years in the Julian and Gregorian calendar.
In the who calendars?
The Julian and Gregorian calendar.
And we already found out that the Julian and the Gregorian calendar who behind them calendars?
The Romans.
So therefore, if the Romans are behind a Julian and Gregorian calendar, then they started the AD and the BC timeline. Mm-hmm. So they behind the timeline.
Behind the timeline, exactly.
So dang, now we know what changed in time. So really, it couldn't have been 4,000 BC or 3,000 BC. Yeah. That means that when the sixth day was, that was the year 7,000. The seventh day had to be the sixth day was the year 6,000. The seventh day had to be the year 7,000. Eighth day, 8,000. Ninth day, 9,000. And up to where we at Ezra's, which was the 10th day, had to be the year 10,000. Wow. So now we know that the AD and the BC is even still tied with the Julian calendar. I'm not going to read a lot, because as you see, it's a lot. The links are in the PDF. Read it all for yourself. I just wanted to tie the knot for you. That's all. We want to go right into how you pronounce that again? This guy's name,
Dionysius Exiguus.
Okay, let's go into him, because he the one that created this stuff, and let's signify and find out proof. Who was this guy's nationality?
That's it.
Okay. All right. And it's in the PDF. It's a link in the PDF. Pull it up, and my brother about to read it for you.
Okay. Dionysius Exiguus, Dennis the Small, Dennis the Little, or Dennis the Short, meaning humble.
Oh man, this could be the Dennis the Menace guy. Yeah. Could this be the cartoon that got a cartoon dedicated to him?
Yeah, Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace. Now we know why he got a Dennis the Menace cartoon dedicated to him. Wow. Did you know that? That this guy did something so good to them, that they named a cartoon. Now you know where Dennis the Menace or Dennis the Little and all this Dennis guy come from. Read, I just want to point that out too.
All right. Was in the 6th century monk from in Sarcophagus Minor, modern Dobrodra, shared with the Romania and Bulgaria.
Oh man, so I ain't gonna stop you. It's a little more before I say anything.
He was a member of the Circassian monks.
The monks. That ain't Hebrew.
Community concentrated in Taurus, the major cities of Circassian Minor. The Caucasus is best known as an inventor of Anno Domini era.
He's the best. He's known as the inventor. The best known as the inventor. I tell you, to dedicate a cartoon to him, because he was best known as the inventor. And then what was he still tied with, brother?
Which is used to number the years both of the Gregorian.
No. Which is used to number the what?
Both the
No. Which is used to number the what?
Years.
Used to number the what?
The years.
So therefore, Most High said he thought to change time. And we know that Esau calls the 6th day 4,000 BC.
Exactly.
We know he called the 7th day 3,000 BC, all the way down to the 10th day 0 and started over. And he just told you that he used the number of the years
to change time.
Oh, wow. So what are they saying that time never changed?
Yeah.
There's many brothers and sisters out there saying time never changed. There you go, right there. Brought forth who it is. And just finish off that last sentence, because he numbered the years on both the what?
I'm going to start over.
Yes.
Which is used to number the years of both the Gregorian calendar and the Christianized.
The who?
The Christianized.
The who?
The Christianized.
Okay.
Julian calendar.
And them both is Roman calendar.
Roman calendar.
So now you know where you get your 4,000 BC all the way up to 70 AD. Get it from this guy who got a TV show dedicated to him in a cartoon form. Okay, and to show you more, there's another link in there which just tells you what is the meaning of AD, BC, BCE, and CE. And I just want you to read just a little bit of that.
Okay.
And we're going to close this out because now we've brought forth proof that time is not the same.
Solid proof.
Solid proof. Okay.
All right. The meaning of AD is Anno Domini, of year of the Lord, referring to the year of Christ's birth. The meaning of BC is before Christ. CE is a recent term and refers to the common era and is used to place of AD. The dates are the same, i.e. 2009 AD and 2009 CE. BCE means before common era. For example, 400 BC is 400 BCE.
I hope y'all paying attention to this time that's changed on you, because then we're going to go back to the timeline. Continue, my brother. Many
different calendars have been used since man began tracking time.
How many different calendars?
Many.
Many. Many. Not one. Many. So then for those that say time hasn't changed, and we know Esau is the end of the world, there you go right there. He's telling you many different calendars. Read.
Most start with some epoch, even, or person. The use of BC and AD for numbering calendars years was invented by Dionysius Exiguus in 525 AD. So
this is even 500 years almost after we was taken off the land. So up to that point again, we know before we was taken off the land, they knew it was the year 10,000.
Oh yeah.
And over. So when it was us, because we was born into the Gregorian calendar, we think time didn't change. But now you see proof that it has. Read.
His purpose was to determine the correct date for Easter under the direction of Pope St. John I.
There you go. I'm going to stop it right there. That was his purpose. And who was it under the authority of?
Dionysius Exiguus in 525 AD.
But who was the direction under?
Oh, the St. John the Pope.
The first. The first one. Okay? So therefore, and who was the Pope tied to?
The Romans.
So again, we just still dealing with the Romans. So therefore, and we know that they smashed us and took us off the land. So why would we think that time, if the Most High said the time and laws change, the time and laws change. Now you have proof. There it is right here. We done brought forth. The links are in the PDF. I think we can close this one out, my brother, and go on into the inserts that we must cover. I want y'all to go into Josephus though. And I want us to bring out, because we brought up the fact that the Holy Bible wasn't called the Holy Bible. And I don't want to just bring that up because that might be a touchy subject. So I want to bring up the proof of the last Israelite alive who documented it 2,000 years ago. And he's going to tell you exactly what it was called. Turn your books to Flavius Josephus against Aspion, book 1, and let's just read the first chapter, first verse.
Start there.
Yeah, you just read that. This is straight out of it.
I suppose that my book of the antiquity of the Jews, most excellent Aphroditus, have made it evident to those who pursue them that our Jewish nation is of a very great antiquity and had a distinct subsequence of its own originality, as also I have there and declared how we came to inhabit this country, wherein we now live. Those antiquities contain the history of 5,000 years.
What they contain?
The history of 5,000 years.
Okay.
And are taken out of our sacred books.
They taken out of the what?
Out of our sacred books.
Did he call it the Bible?
No, it sure didn't. Sacred books, my brother.
Okay.
But are translated by me into Greek tongue.
And they translated by Josephus into Greek tongue. Okay, so now we know who translated the sacred text from Hebrew to Greek. Okay.
However, since I observe a considerable number of people giving ear to the reproaches that are laid